Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A politically organized body of people under a single government. African nations. The people who live in a nation or country. A statement that sums up the nation's mood. United States prohibitionist who raided saloons and destroyed bottles of liquor with a hatchet, 1846 to 1911. A federation of tribes, especially Native American tribes. The Shawnee Nation. A politically organized body of people under a single government. A politically organized body of people under a single government. A political system in which the supreme power lies in a body of citizens who can elect people to represent them. A world organization of autonomous states that are united in allegiance to a central power but are not subordinate to it or to one another. The official name of some states in the United States, Massachusetts and Pennsylvania and Virginia and Kentucky, and associated territories, Puerto Rico. The territory occupied by a nation. A politically organized body of people under a single government. The country's largest manufacturer. A particular geographical region of indefinite boundary, usually serving some special purpose or distinguished by its people or culture or geography. Bible country. The people who live in a nation or country. The whole country worshipped him. An area outside of cities and towns. His poetry celebrated the slower pace of life in the country. Material in the top layer of the surface of the earth in which plants can grow, especially with reference to its quality or use. The land had never been plowed. The territory occupied by a nation. He returned to the land of his birth. A politically organized body of people under a single government. An industrialized land. United States inventor who incorporated Polaroid film into lenses and invented the one-step photographic process, 1909 to 1991. Extensive landed property, especially in the country, retained by the owner for his own use. The family owned a large estate on Long Island. Reach or come to rest. The bird landed on the highest branch. Bring into a different state. This may land you in jail. The people who live in a nation or country. Arrive on shore. The ship landed in Pearl Harbor. Cause to come to the ground. The pilot managed to land the airplane safely. Agriculture considered as an occupation or way of life. There's no work on the land anymore. The solid part of the Earth's surface. The plane turned away from the sea and moved back over land. Shoot at and forced to come down. The enemy landed several of our aircraft. Territory over which rule or control is exercised. He made it the law of the land. A domain in which something is dominant. A land of make-believe. Bring ashore. The drug smugglers landed the heroin on the beach of the island. Deliver, a blow. He landed several blows on his opponent's head. The land on which real estate is located. He built the house on land leased from the city. A politically organized body of people under a single government. Indicate through a symbol, formula, etc. The territory occupied by a nation. A politically organized body of people under a single government. The state has elected a new president. Chemistry. The three traditional states of matter are solids, fixed shape and volume, and liquids, fixed volume and shaped by the container, and gases, filling the container. The solid state of water is called ice. The territory occupied by one of the constituent administrative districts of a nation. His state is in the deep south. Put before. The federal department in the United States that sets and maintains foreign policies. Express in words. State your opinion. A state of depression or agitation. He was in such a state you just couldn't reason with him. The group of people comprising the government of a sovereign state. The state has lowered its income tax. The way something is with respect to its main attributes. The current state of knowledge. United States prohibitionist who raided saloons and destroyed bottles of liquor with a hatchet, 1846 to 1911. United States prohibitionist who raided saloons and destroyed bottles of liquor with a hatchet, 1846 to 1911. A unit with political responsibilities. A unit with political responsibilities. The common people generally. Power to the people. The body of citizens of a state or country. The Spanish people. Fill with people. Stalin wanted to people the empty steppes. Furnish with people. Members of a family line. His people have been farmers for generations. Plural. Any group of human beings, men or women or children, collectively. Old people. A secret agreement between two or more people to perform an unlawful act. A group of conspirators banded together to achieve some harmful or illegal purpose. The southern states that seceded from the United States in 1861. A union of political organizations. The state of being allied or confederated. The act of forming an alliance or confederation. A union of political organizations. A union of political organizations. An organization formed by merging several groups or parties. The act of constituting a political unity out of a number of separate states or colonies or provinces so that each member retains the management of its internal affairs. A state powerful enough to influence events throughout the world. A state consisting of a sovereign city. A state consisting of a sovereign city. Any of the countries in the British Commonwealth. A country that is poor and whose citizens are mostly agricultural workers but that wants to become more advanced socially and economically. A region marked off for administrative or other purposes. Dominance or power through legal authority. France held undisputed dominion over vast areas of Africa. One of the self-governing nations in the British Commonwealth. Any state of which one is not a citizen. Working in a foreign country takes a bit of getting used to. A state powerful enough to influence events throughout the world. A state powerful enough to influence events throughout the world. Energy made available by the flow of electric charge through a conductor. The power went out around midnight. Of a government or government official, holding an office means being in power. During his first year in power. A state powerful enough to influence events throughout the world. A mathematical notation indicating the number of times a quantity is multiplied by itself. A very wealthy or powerful businessman. Possession of the qualities, especially mental qualities, required to do something or get something done. Danger heightened his powers of discrimination. Possession of controlling influence. The deterrent power of nuclear weapons. One possessing or exercising power or influence or authority. The mysterious presence of an evil power. Physical strength. Physics. The rate of doing work, measured in watts, equals joule per second. Supply the force or power for the functioning of. The gasoline powers the engines. United States composer, born in 1936. Austrian-born psychoanalyst who lived in the United States. Advocated sexual freedom and believed that cosmic energy could be concentrated in a human being, 1897 to 1957. The German state. A state that does not respect other states in its international actions. A state that does not respect other states in its international actions. A state that does not respect other states in its international actions. A nation that possesses formidable naval strength. Naval strength. A state powerful enough to influence events throughout the world.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.